If you go to a YouTube channel called Court Helicopter, you go to a YouTube channel called Court Helicopter, you'll find uh, the famous lawyer, Danstone Omari, complaining about something. Na in Swahili they say, aliyeumwa na nyoka akiona unyasi anatetemeka. What he has said, and it is becoming a tactic. It is becoming something that detectives are now doing. I don't know what Amin will do. I don't know what Inspector General will do. Our detectives have become crooks with impunity. With impunity. I pray to God that one or two be jailed for a long time, because it has become a tactic for them to do this criminal activity. Now let me talk about that item, and if you have time and bundles, please watch this video of lawyer Danstone Omari. He's complaining that he has a case in court, of course, because he's a lawyer, and his client was arrested on 26th September this year, and his client's mobile phone, was taken on 26th September 2025, and the phone was returned to his client 27th October 2025, meaning that the detectives were in possession of his client's phone for 1 month, 1 day. And he was complaining. He was complaining that client of his, he was referring to that client as accused number 5. Now that fifth accused, whatever his name is, because in that video he's complaining about the fifth accused. The accused was arrested by the police. His phone was taken on 26th September 2025. The phone was returned to him 1 month, 1 day later. And what followed is a lot of withdrawals of money and whatever. If you look at my past video recordings, I have recorded the same. I have gone through the same. Now, let me say this thing. Everything we do, and the police service, including the DCI, was formed for crime prevention. Police in general and the DCI in particular was formed for particular of crime prevention. I remember when I was a recruit in Kiganjo, they were saying that the duties of a police officer, there were several. It's long. It's long, 1982. But it was said the duty of a police officer is to prevent crime, is to if some of those crimes that are supposed to be prevented you can't prevent, then you are supposed to apprehend the offenders. You are supposed to investigate cases. You are supposed to do that. Now the police, especially the DCI, they are supposed to investigate offenses. That is why when they arrest somebody, the first thing they do is, if it is something that is related to use or misuse of telephones, the first thing they do is that they take the phone. They are supposed to take it to the DCI lab. Okay, there are places where you can be arrested or something, maybe Mandera or Lokitang. You see, if you are arrested in Lokitang, it is different. It is not the same as somebody who has been arrested in, let's say, Pangani police station. Because Pangani police station, the phone is supposed to be at the DCI lab along Kiambu Road within hours. It is supposed to be reaching that one within hours. Maybe because of a few things, it can maybe be taken there a day or two. I have complained to IPOA, but today I'm not going to talk about my case. The incident is that they should have even a log, because a case that is being handled by Pangani police station or Muthaiga police station, it would take lesser time than something like Mandera police station. So why can't we have that log where a detective can be asked, you got the phone on this and this time, and you returned on this and this time? That thing is very painful to all of us, especially with the victims. Uh, if you can remember, Bob Njagi is saying that you see, you are ambushed when you are not even expecting, and they take your phone. Now, for Bob Njagi, it was Ugandan police, but you see, mukora ni mukora tu. Your phone is taken, you are ambushed, and your phone is taken. Why is your phone taken? Your phone is taken to investigate if that phone was used or misused for criminal purposes. But do they do that? No. Why should they go into your phone? And it happened to me to try. And you see, when Bob Jagi was talking of what was happening in Uganda, I thought it was even in Nairobi, because they go to your phone and start trying to. If your phone, if you used your phone maybe in a crime, they should just investigate that. But why should the detective want to know who is this person you have saved ABCD? Why have you? Who are this person you have saved, and what communication? And I was being even asked such questions. Do they, the people you save in your phone is your, and then these people take, you know, you are compelled to give out your PIN number. Mr. Amin, I have been to your office, the Nairobi area office, complaining the same. I have been to Mr. Seda's office. I have been to IPOA. I have been to anti-corruption. Why are criminals? Why are people who are supposed to look for criminals themselves criminal? Now, if you look at, I don't want to comment about. Just wanted to comment, especially according to the lawyer Danstone Omari. Your phone is taken. You give the detectives your PIN number, because your phone cannot be opened without you giving a PIN number. Now, there is a time when your phone is taken to the time when your phone is returned. I remember the deputy OCS Gigiri, when I went to write a statement about that. The deputy OCS Gigiri told me that in law, any transaction that is happening on your phone, when the phone is supposed to be with the detective is the one who is supposed to be answerable to that. Two, why should there be money MPESA transaction when your phone is supposed to be on its way to Kiambu Road for, why is it supposed to be that way when your phone is supposed to be at Kiambu Road at the DCI lab? Why? We are having criminals who are walking around with guns. We are having criminals who are walking around with certificate of appointment. We have criminals who are being paid by our taxes. Now, according to lawyer Danstone Omar, he was complaining about the fifth accused who is his client. And he told the court that it pains him very much because this is not the first time. Even the former OCS Central Police Station, but this one was now not the DCI. The crooks now were in the IPOA. The crooks are now in the IPOA because when the former OCS Central Police Station was arrested, his phone was taken by IPOA. And money was withdrawn. Not only was money withdrawn, but messages were sent. In fact, messages were sent to all the contacts in that line. They were being sent all the contacts in that line, stating that I am in problems. Can you send money? Now, among the people, it is just luck that the OCS's number. How can I, for example, know if the contacts in my phone were sent messages? I'm in problems and money was withdrawn. If the lawyer to the former OCS Central, Mr. Cliff Ombeta, had not received that message, it would mean that during the time when the phone was supposedly being investigated, transaction was happening there. This is very painful, and it is also very painful to the person who is a victim. Yes, I'd moved on. Sharing ideas with people, you become, what do you call it? If you keep it yourself, it hurts you. Sharing with people telling me whatever is happening. You go complain to the DCI region office. You write a statement. You go complain to Mr. Seda's office. You are told rush to Gigiri to write a statement. You rush to Gigiri, you write a statement. 12 weeks later, nothing has happened and whatever. A way has to be found whereby crooks in uniform have got to be dealt with. We just need a handful of them. You see, my phone, for the 12 weeks that it was supposed to be at the DCI lab, there was a lot of transaction that was happening in my number. Now the phone was supposed to be at DCI, but some money were being withdrawn. And the money was being withdrawn at Gigiri Police Canteen. When the phone is not even supposed to be within Gigiri, the phone is supposed to be at Kiambu Road. Now come to this fellow. His phone is taken on 26th September 2025. It is returned on 27th October 20. 1 month, 1 day later, money is being withdrawn. Again, the former OCS Central, his phone is with the IPOA. Now, IPOA are supposed to catch criminal police officers. They themselves have become a criminal. I remember a seminar I attended whereby we were told that in developed countries, sweepers are paid several times what sweepers in Kenya are paid. And we asked how. They said that in developed countries, sweepers supervise themselves. They report on duty at a given time, and they report off duty at a given time. But what do sweepers in Kenya do? A sweeper in Kenya has got to be supervised by a supervisor, and the supervisor has to be supervised by a chief supervisor. Now, if only we can supervise ourselves, whereby the sweeper does not need a supervisor, and the supervisor does not need what do you call a senior supervisor or a chief supervisor, then the employer would save something. The salary of these two, one would go to the sweeper, and the other one will still remain with the employer. That is how we are in developing country. Now, we saw that the police were crooks. We placed there the DCI in 1920s to investigate the police. The DCIs became, by then used to be called CID. The CID became crooks. We brought in IPOA to investigate them. Now IPOA, as per the telephone handset of Central Police Station OCS. By virtue of that telephone, the man has done what? By virtue of that telephone, the IPOA is now stealing from the OCS. So, sorry, I'm talking with a lot of anger, but I pray. We don't need to arrest and jail all of them. The first one stole because, like now, all those who are stealing now is because those who have stolen before have not been arrested. Hiyo fungeni moja tu, kamoja tu tafadhali, na kakienda kotini kusiwe na fine or anything. Funga kavu, peleka jela. That is the only thing we are begging for. Kamoja tu ili kawe example to others. God bless you.